Asmongold is now calling ICE the Gestapo, lol. The tides are turning and he knows he can't defend this.
If you have a police department that's not accountable, or a law enforcement agency that's not accountable...
Bro, I can't believe he steals my talking points. Like, he'll call me a terrorist for the entire week, and then he will turn around and bar for bar, verbatim, rip my to his audience. And the same dumb in his community that are like, yeah, Based, he is a terrorist last week, will go, yeah, Based, you're awesome, Asmongold, the week after. How is this? Like, what are we doing here? This mother plagiarizing my shit. How stupid, how mentally stunted is your audience that they can't even see this?
That basically is the Gestapo. That is the secret police. That is the SS.
Come on!
If you have a police department that's not accountable...
Anyway, that's too short of a clip to make a accurate assessment over where he's at, but I suspect that he's trying to do a wishy-washy, middle-of-the-ground bullshit. Even r/Asmongold is saying, okay, this doesn't look good. You want a context?
I think they should deport every single illegal alien in the country. All of that being said, you can't have ICE. Because I'm a supporter of ICE, that means that I need to have accountability for ICE.
Oh.
And let me explain what I mean by that.
Oh.
If you have a police department...
ICE is not doing mass deportation and concentration camps the right way. Asmon Ezra Gold Klein. He's like, guys, what ICE needs to be doing is more abundance. You know, my problem with ICE is that they're not actually expedient and efficient in their concentration camp schemes. Oh, that's awesome. It's because I love ICE that I want them to do better. I think it's consistent when he says he loves ICE, but then also says in the same breath that it's Gestapo because he's a Nazi. So I guess technically that is consistent. This is him just being like, listen, Mein Führer, you need to ramp up the deportation machine, but you got to also, like, you know, punish a couple of these agents if they get out of hand every now and then.
That's not accountable, or a law enforcement agency that's not accountable. That basically is the Gestapo. That is the secret police. That is the SS. So, and that was one of the big things that, like, I think that really you had with, sorry, I once again, I lost my train of thought. Just a minute. What was I saying again? I totally lost it. I forgot totally what I was saying. Somebody said to me about Iran.
Yeah, good czar, bad boyars. Always. No, it's awesome. I've been using that a lot more frequently in my private affairs in general. I think about that quite a bit. It is definitely good czar, bad boyars all the way. Okay.
And I totally forgot. Anyway, God, I wish sometimes. Liberal SS. Yes. Okay. So basically, right. So what I'm saying is that this is another reason why I don't like to do debates. I just immediately forget what I'm saying in the middle of a conversation. And accountability. Yes, ICE is Gestapo. Exactly. Well, what Gestapo was, right, is you had no recourse. They had no accountability. There was nothing that happened to them if they...
What? What are you saying? That wasn't the only reason why the Gestapo was bad. Also, he's straight up presenting it as though it's a good thing.
Did something wrong.
Yeah, the biggest problem with Gestapo is that they didn't follow the bureaucratic procedures. No, I think it was the kidnapping people. You know, mass repression, kidnapping, torture, like all the stuff that ICE is doing that's bad. That's why we call ICE Gestapo.
Motive was found on his social media. He was retweeting Kill ICE Agent TikToks. That's fine, but I don't think that they shot him knowing what was on his TikTok page.
Anyone that comes out and does some fake, for the record, because I don't think they have his actual socials, to be like, oh, he retweeted Kill ICE TikTok, you know, bullshit that I saw. I got tricked. So I guess it's appropriate to kill him. They need to be institutionalized, dude. You know how he always talks about, like, yeah, we gotta bring back insane asylums. Like, yeah, your fans are going in there, okay? Except they're not, because they're all European. That's so annoying to me. We can't even punish these motherfuckers. They're LARPing all the way from Austria. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, mein Orangenführer. Yeah, it's so good. It's sehr good. I'm so glad he's no longer taking over the Greenlands. Guten Tag. As Mein Kampf. You're so good as Mein Kampf. As Mein Kampf, you're so funny. It's wunderbar.
Like, I mean, realistically, like, I don't think this guy's a saint, right? Like, what? I don't think that this is some kind of, like, innocent guy that did
Yes, he is. Shut the up, bro. What do you mean? I don't think these guys are saying. What more could he have done? Like, this is what I mean with this like wishy-washy bullshit. He's like, yeah, I don't think this guy's a saint. What is the problem? That he like opposes ICE?
You should have not gone on there. You should have not been obstructing the police. You shouldn't have been touching the police. You shouldn't have gone up to it.
Bro, the police touched him, and it wasn't even the police. It's ICE. It's ICE. It's not. They're not cops. And also, they touched him. He didn't touch them. Shut the fuck up. He got pepper sprayed for trying to help someone that the ICE agent push to the ground. What the fuck are we doing here? Can't Ever Die says, right when we see people caring about others in their community, and instead of finding that inspiring, they think it's some sort of grand conspiracy because they don't understand what it means to care for others you don't personally know. Yes. You need to check this timestamp. Let it play for 1 minute. He was desperate to defend the admin before it became undeniable and he pivoted in real time. Oh, wait,
This is
really?
the gun. Am I crazy? Am I crazy for saying, like, that doesn't look like a gun to me? Like, if I zoom in, I don't know. Like, how the can anybody tell that's a gun for sure? How are people going off of this and being certain? How can you be certain off of this? Okay, keep watching. Okay, let's keep watching. He does have the gun for sure. Absolutely 100% that's the gun. Is that the same gun?
Oh,
that is the gun.
This is when he found out that the ICE agents actually disarmed him. So he was defending it up until this very moment. And then once it became undeniable that the ICE agents disarmed him, he was disarmed like 2 seconds before being shot. On both the videos you watch, you can see who disarmed him. Bring up the video and chat will tell you who to look at.
Yes, this is the video. Let me see if we can get another version of it. Because like I really don't like I'm gonna be real, like I have no idea what the fuck is happening. So give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find another image of this. Okay. So here it is. So the guy's hand is empty. His hand's empty again, okay.
So then he folds, he like changes his mentality.
Okay, this is a higher quality version.
Please don't criticize him for switching to the obvious opinion after taking a closer look. Isn't that a good thing? I wish you guys were this charitable with me, man. That's so funny. I mean, this isn't charity, this is stupidity for the record. He's going off of what his chat tells him, dumbass. He didn't look at that. If he came in hot looking at that and being like, yeah, based, another guy who deserves it. Like last week, he literally said he wants this to happen.
If it was up to me, this would only be the beginning. We just getting started. Because the thing is too, VP, yeah, exactly. Like we gotta do this more and more and more. Because there are whole different levels of this. There's reopening the mental asylums. There's rounding those people up and then putting them in the asylums. Mass arresting the protesters and then putting them in camps. Oh yeah. I mean, it's going to get a lot worse, okay? Like, it can get way better for us. It can get way worse for them.
So why is this take so different now that it has happened? You know what I mean? I mean, here, look, how does this make you feel? Okay, how does this make you feel? Right here, this is after Renee Good. Everyone on Twitter thinks Asmon is woke now because of this dog Yoxix clip. Yeah, I know. I think that stuff is so annoying too. This was right before Asmon did the pivot because he saw the writing on the wall.
Knows you should always comply with police, announce your weapon, and de-escalate all potentially dangerous situations, at least in my state. The guy intentionally gets in the way and involved in an escalating situation. Absolutely retarded behavior from a concealed carrier. I think you're totally right. I do. I think you're completely right. I think this is absolutely retarded to do. And at the end of the day, if he had complied with the police, if he didn't have the gun with him, like there is a much higher probability that he wouldn't have been shot. There is. Like it's undeniable this is the case. And I feel like that nuance is constantly lost because you can easily come to the conclusion that maybe the way that they shot him was wrong. And based off of everything that I've seen, I'm pretty certain that they f***ed up. I am. This seems pretty cut and dried that they f***ed up. Now, I'm not, you know, we need to wait for the body cam, and that way we'll really know, but...
Wait, where's the other video where he, like, calls the guy R-worded and... Oh, right here.
Gary knows you should always comply with police, announce your weapon, and de-escalate all potentially dangerous situations, at least in my state. The guy intentionally gets in the way and involved in an escalating situation. I think you're completely right. I think this is absolutely retarded to do. And at the end of the day, if he had complied with the police, if he didn't have the gun with him, like there is a much higher probability that he wouldn't have been shot. There is. Like, it's undeniable this is the case. And I feel like that nuance is constantly lost because you can easily come to the conclusion that maybe the way that they shot him was wrong. And based off of everything that I've seen, I'm I'm pretty certain that they fucked up. I am. This seems pretty cut and dried that they fucked up. Now, I'm not, we need to wait for the body cam, and that way we'll really know. But right now, it sure seems like they fucked up.